what's going on in the real estate market? We're gonna get into that right now. It's Alex Fung here from Remax Hallmark, Daryl King team, and today we're gonna be talking about the Richmond Hill real estate market. Let's just get right down to it. So the number one reason that people really aren't buying homes right now is two reasons. The first one is more psychological, right? Every day I hear, the market's dropping, the market's dropping, the market's dropping. But if you compare it on a year-to-year basis, you'll see that that's not the case, right? Real estate market is the only market that gets the most polarizing information from the mainstream media. And I'll give you an example, right? So everybody's comparing February, which is an all-time high, okay? But in reality, if you look at the other types of markets, right, like the real estate markets, the crypto market, they compare it on an annual basis, okay? And if they only compare the all-time high, it's only maybe once every couple of days, not every single day, okay? And actually, what's interesting to note is that, the real estate market, and it doesn't even matter what type of home you have, okay, within Richmond Hill, it's all outperformed the NASDAQ composite, okay, which is the stock market, and the crypto market. Okay, the real estate market dropped by about 18.5%, and the crypto market dropped by about 30%. And we're talking about the same period of time, okay? Now, the second reason why people aren't buying is because the more stringent mortgage rules, okay, that they need to actually go through to buy a home, right? It's not as easy as, last year buying a home. It's a lot more down payment that's required. Some of my mortgage people I'm been speaking with, they're saying, some of them are asking for about 35% down now, which is quite a bit. And, sometimes buyers and even sellers, they're thinking, will prices stabilize? And they absolutely will, okay? Number one rule is that, immigration, okay? Which is going to fuel demand, right? Last year, there's over 400,000 immigrants that came to Canada, which is a record, by the way. And Canada just announced a couple of days ago that they will be making it easier for highly skilled workers to seek permanent residence in Canada, okay? This was originally implemented since 2020, okay? So pre-pandemic. Now, the majority of them will come to Toronto and the GTA. Okay, now the employment growth rate also indicates that it increased to about 8.5%. Okay, it's 8.5%. Now, if you're an investor, you might be thinking about selling, or why would you, right? You're getting rental income, which is great. Your tenant has been very loyal, paid on time for the past, 4 or 5 years, which is great, right? And I'm not trying to convince you to kick them out or anything. I'm just giving you facts. Okay, you do what you want with them. Okay, so the Bank of Canada stated that from May 2021 to May 2022, that inflation has gone up to 7.7%. Okay, usually their target is about 2%. Okay, so now I'm sure you know this, that the rent tenant board says that you can only increase your rental income by 1.2% for this year. Okay, now next year is 2.5%. So what that really means then is this year you're gonna lose 6.5%, and the year after you're gonna lose only 5.2%. Okay, so you do what you want with that. Okay, you may consider selling because your property is almost at an all-time high. I say almost because February was an all-time high. Okay. Now, if you're a regular person and an investor, it's a primary residence, you're not really in the real estate market, it's okay, right? You can still sell high and change a lifestyle, right? Because you don't necessarily need to sell. I've talked to a lot of people, they say they don't want to sell, but they want to change their lifestyle, right? Mostly that they want to downsize, right? So specifically, they're getting older, they're having knee problems, they want to cash out and help their kids, their grandkids, with financing a home. It's very, very expensive right now, right? And a lot of home buyers, especially the first-time home buyers, they're asking their family and friends to help them. Okay, the bank of mom and dad. All right, so let's just jump right into the numbers, like I said I would. So in Richmond Hill, there were 374 homes that sold in total, and last June it was 163. So that's a decrease of about 56%. The number of homes that were available went up by 9%. Okay, 530 to 578. The average price increased by almost 4.5%, right, from 1.295 million to 1.353. And it's definitely changing in terms of the market. Okay, the average in terms of a buyer and seller market, if we are switching to a buyer's market, okay, it takes about 6 months worth of inventory for it to become an officially buyer's market. Okay, so right now it's still sellers, but you can tell that it's quickly changing. Okay, and it's taking 2 additional days to sell. Now let's just jump right into the detached homes right now. Okay, so there are 52% less homes that sold last June, 89 to 186 to 2021. And interestingly here is that there is not as many listings the past June versus June 2021. We get 310 versus 340. In other types of homes, you'll see that it's very different. Okay. Now the average sold price decreased by 4.4%, and the type of market is changing to a buyer's market. Okay, not yet there. It's taking 1 additional day to sell. Now the next type of home is the semis, right? So from 14 homes that sold to 6, okay, about 58%. There are more homes available, okay, than the year before. So 38 homes versus 2022 versus 22, and the average sold price did go up by 18.3%. Okay, now you can see 18.3% is a lot better than the stock market that I was telling you about a couple of minutes ago. Okay, it's good to know that. Type of market, this one is officially a buyer's market now. Okay, it's over 6 months worth of inventory, and it's taking 1 additional day to sell. Moving on to the next one, the townhome, right? 65 homes that were sold the previous year to 29. More homes available by 77 versus 44. The average sale price did go up by 6.29%. Okay, and it is definitely changing to a buyer's market, and the number of days to sell a home remains the same. Okay, the condo townhome, from 16 to 5 homes, a 68% decrease, and the number of homes that were available were less, okay, by a quarter. Now the average price did go up, okay, by over 4%, and it is definitely changing from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and it is taking about 5 more days to sell a condo townhome within Richmond Hill. Okay, last but definitely not least, the condo apartments, right? So 88 homes were sold in 2021. In 2022, 32 homes. There are more listings and more properties available, okay, about 32%, and the prices did go up, 716,000 versus 595,000. Okay, in terms of type of market, it is still seller's markets, and it is taking 7 more days to sell a condo apartment. So if you have any questions about real estate, you're looking to buy or sell, know anybody, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Take care. Bye-bye.